All right, Sue, thanks for taking some time out after the service today to share a little. I'm wondering if you could tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I'm a children's librarian with Toronto Public Library. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a caregiver of my mother-in-law. What else can I say? I've been at Knox since 1977.
Right.
I came when I was in library school at U of T, and my roommate was Noreen Love.
Oh.
And even though she was no longer in college and career, she came with me because I was shy. And so she kind of got me into it, and then she went back to her own group, which at that point was called Prime Time. Now I think it's Open Circle.
Okay, yep.
We met on Saturday evenings. A group of people would sign up to come and help prepare a meal. We'd have a meal together, and then afterwards have small group Bible studies, and then sports in the gym.
Oh,
That was in the Greg Scharf days when I first came, and I think when Jim first came. Greg was here well, I came in 77. I think he left in 80, and then Don McLeod came, Alex's dad.
okay,
And
yep.
he was the staff person associated with it then.
Who organized the ministry at that time? Was it?
There was a group, an executive, I guess it was called back in those days,
Okay.
of 5 or 6 people that took on different roles, like planning and treasurer and food and social and whatever else that fit into it. And then Greg organized the Bible studies. And it was the group changed from time to time, the organizing committee, but basically that's how things got planned and organized.
Were they kind of like voted in annually, or
I don't think
just
we even voted. I think people just kind of volunteered, and that was fine.
neat?
Yeah.
That's kind of neat.
Back in those days, I remember when I first came, it was so crowded I couldn't even get in the room. I was in the hallway outside the room. There were 80 or so people
Wow,
for Saturday night for dinner and Bible study.
that's incredible.
And people that went to Knox regularly, and people that just came for the Saturday evening program in that age group, the University Young Working Age group.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm wondering if you could describe one event or ministry opportunity that specifically sticks out in your mind.
No, Jim, not you.
Not
You can stop
person's
smiling.
event.
Something that sticks out in my mind, there's a few things, but Camp Kakika. Every year the college and careers in the prime time, so the slightly older age group, and that involved married couples and kids and whatever,
Okay.
as well as slightly older working people, would go Labor Day weekend to Camp Kakika. We'd have a speaker, and it would be a retreat away, and it was just a really good way to start the school year. Just, good speaker, good Bible study, a lake.
That sounds awesome. I'm wondering if you could also tell me how you saw God moving in the ministry at that time.
God moved in different ways because I'm told just before we came, or some years before we came, there was kind of a split in that age group, and a lot of them left and some stayed. So it was a real time of building at that time. A number of friends went off on the mission field from that group. Or I remember there's one fellow, I was just thinking of him this morning, Richard, and I can't remember his last name, who was actually imprisoned in Turkey for distributing the gospel. He was an engineering student. We had another friend who was an artist, and she went with Wycliffe Bible translators. People went into the ministry. James T. Hurd was in that group back then. I'm trying to think who else. God just grew us and built us together, in that old analogy about one ember doesn't glow very much by itself, but in a fire it does, and everybody became stronger. We had a Bible study when we outgrew or got too old for college and careers. We had a Bible study in Jim's apartment originally, and then after we got married, in our apartment. That went on for years. And I remember Dr. Owen feeding a young couple that had just come to the church into that Bible study. They'd come from Australia. They were here doing Terry Fox Scholar Fellowship work. We're still friends with them. They just visited this spring. After last time we saw them was 17 years ago.
Wow, that's incredible.
So it was a real time of building and uplifting, I found. Strengthening.
That's great.
Good for the lean years.
That's great. Well, thanks so much, Sue. Thanks for sharing, and I hope this is an encouraging message for, I think it will be, for the rest of our ministry today. Oh, it's going on the blog. Don't you worry. All right. Thanks, Sue.